Hello, I'm Colin Sullivan.
And I'm Lindsay Mills.
And this is Almost Live, a weekly show designed to give you the who's who and what's what of Telluride and Mountain Village. On this week's show, Catherine Warren is back with her summer edition of the Warren Commission for news on our local music and entertainment scene. We'll have conversations with Chris Van from the Michael D. Palm Theater on their upcoming events for the summer, and then we're going to sit down with Crystal Merrill and Jason Merritt from Mountainfilm, who will join us to talk about the Mountainfilm on Tour and their educational initiative.
We'll take a look at a profile piece of the Sheridan Arts Wild West Fest, which took place last week. Patrick Legans, our wine geek food freak, will teach us how to make a versatile homemade tomato sauce, great for a ton of summer dishes.
And we're going to go back to Teresa from the Telluride Historical Museum for their Miners Minute, and then we have a brand new segment for you coming at you from Wilkinson Public Library, Device Advice.
Last but not least, we'll give you a chance to practice some hip opening asanas with our favorite yogi, Barbara Glanzig. Now off to Colin and Catherine for the weekly Warren Commission.
And we're back with Catherine Warren in her Warren Commission Summer Edition.
Yes, this is my favorite edition of the Warren Commission because it is much warmer outside and you can actually enjoy music outside.
That's right. We had a brief break after Mountainfilm, a day, I think, where there was nothing, and then there's going to be tons of things for all summer long.
Yeah, basically, if you're bored between now and September, that's your own fault because there is so much happening.
That's right.
Maybe Sundays and Mondays, but even Sundays on my calendar today, there's stuff happening.
That's right. And you have it all in your little black book.
Yes, I do. Everything kicks off Friday night with the Music on the Green at Reflection Plaza outside of Hotel Madeline. It's a great free series from 5 to 7 Friday nights, hosted by Beyond the Groove Music Production and the TMVOA. And this Friday, it's Jeff Plankerhorn, a country singer-songwriter.
There you go.
So go grab some drinks, grab some food from the hotel and the restaurant and the bar right next door and enjoy some great music.
And that Music on the Green series happens all summer long, right?
Correct.
Wednesdays all summer long up in Mountain
Fridays,
Village.
actually.
Oh, sorry, Fridays all summer long up in Mountain Village.
The Wednesday show, the Sunset Concert Series, hasn't started quite yet, but
gotcha.
It will soon enough.
Nice. See? Too many things.
Yeah. If you're in town on Friday night, we have the Donovan Daily Speakeasy Jazz Trio playing at the Phoenix Bean. That's at 6:30. They're now playing in the back patio area of the Bean, and it's just a lot of fun. They've got these great local bands. On Friday nights, it's Donovan Daily. Tuesday nights, it's Porch Couch. And Wednesday nights, it's the Telluride Gold Kings. So just a fun taste of local music. And you can get food, dinner, drinks, coffee, all the things at the Phoenix Bean while you're enjoying the music. We also have the Invisible Bird Jazz Trio on Friday and Saturday night at the Bob Saunders Memorial Theater, aka the Black Box in the Palm. But I believe Chris from Palm Arts will be telling you more about
Chris
that
Van's
fun
going to
show.
be talking to us on this episode.
Excellent. Also on Friday night, we have Eldergrown playing at the Sheridan Opera House. It's at 9 p.m. Tickets are $15. No ticketing fee as sort of a kickoff to the summer for the Sheridan Opera House folks. And Eldergrown is from Durango, Colorado. They're like a roots rock reggae with a dash of hip hop band.
Yeah, popular around here.
Very popular. We just like to take all the music genres, put them in a fishbowl, mix it around, and like pull out the descriptors.
That's right.
And then Sunday afternoon, the town of Mountain Village is now hosting Music in the Core throughout the summer. That's in Heritage Plaza. And don't miss Sean DeLand on Sunday at 3. And then Tuck Gillette, local music teacher and musician extraordinaire, is playing on Monday. And then next Wednesday, speaking of free music in Mountain Village, it kicks off Bluegrass. We'll get to more of Bluegrass next week. However, Wednesday night is First Grass, which is the free show, open to the public in Sunset Plaza.
Great.
Same location as the Sunset Concert Series, but it's coined as First Grass because it kicks off the festival. And they have Billy Strings and the Little Smokies playing. And those are two like up and coming bluegrass bands. They're not to be missed. We get people telling us all about how I need to go check out Billy Strings, and because he's just this savant child younger, not child, sorry, Billy, younger up-and-coming musician who's like an incredible guitar player.
He's like a child to us now.
Yeah, everyone's a child to me now.
Yeah, but that's going to be great. And then if I wanted to find out, do you have more?
Not for now.
Not for now.
We got more
but
next week.
If you wanted to find out more, you might go to a thing called the Warren Commission.
Yes.
The paper edition.
Yes, we're kicking
Or
it
online.
old school with paper. The Watch newspaper comes out every Thursday. I have my Warren Commission column in the paper, and this week I'll be featuring Elder Grown, so you can learn more about that great band. And I also do the Beat Sheet, which is a concert calendar wrap-up of the whole region, and that also is in the Watch.
You're going to want to read that, especially around festival time, folks, to see the small bands. If you see Catherine on the street, you can always stop her as long as she can lean on you. She's had a little surgery here. And she'll tell you what bands you want to go see at these places, especially not like the bigger name stuff.
I mean, we all know the bigger names. They're fabulous. Sturgill Simpson, hello, I will be there no matter what my foot is, what state my foot is in. But there's these smaller bands that I just love focusing on because they're hopefully the next big thing, and Telluride loves to brag about how they saw so-and-so back in the day before they got big. And it really is true. A lot of these guys are on the rise.
Nice. Catherine?
Colin?
Thanks. It's good to be back with you.
Yes, absolutely.
And now let's head over to Patrick Legans. I think he's making a lovely homemade tomato sauce for us. And then after that, we're going to see a profile of the Wild West Fest.
Since 1991, the Sheridan Arts Foundation, which is the nonprofit that owns and operates the historic Sheridan Opera House, has brought over 1,100 underserved youth from various boys and girls clubs from across the country to Telluride for a week of leadership activities. In 2017, for our 25th annual Wild West Fest, we brought 44 kids from as close by as neighboring Nucla and Natarita to as far away as Atlanta, Georgia. The goal of this week is for us to create a safe environment for these kids to take positive risks and to increase their self-esteem. During their stay in Telluride, these kids that are ages 12 to 18 stay in luxury accommodations. They work with professionals in the fields of performing arts, visual arts, fly fishing, and outdoor adventure for a 3-day mentorship camp. They get to go horseback riding, see live entertainment at the Sheridan Opera House, and do so much more. The Sheridan Arts Foundation is able to offer this experience to these kids at no cost to them, thanks to donations from our patrons, grants, and the generosity of the Telluride community. We truly believe in the positive impact and importance of this program and hope to continue Wild West Fest for another 25 years.
Hi, I'm Patrick Legans. Welcome to another episode of Wine Geek Food Freak. Today I want to teach y'all something old school. I want to do an original tomato sauce. This is like a base tomato sauce. You can do anything you want from this after this point. What I like to start out with, I got my extra virgin olive oil going here. It's already hot. I'm going to put in some yellow onion. About a half an onion, I'd say. Now I'm going to just saute these until they become translucent. Then I take 2 cans of whole peel tomatoes. I bought these at our local Clark's Market, one of our good sponsors. You can, if you're industrious enough, you can take tomatoes, Roman tomatoes, and boil them and peel them yourself. But I think the canned versions are just as good. So I like to get in there with my hands. Now you have to be careful because they will squirt out a little bit. If you have children, they love to help on this section, trust me on that. So I just get in there, I'm gonna smash these up with my hands. I'm just gonna wait for my onions to be translucent, and then we're gonna add those guys in there. All right, so now that the onions are translucent, or kind of like window panes, I am gonna add those smashed up whole peeled tomatoes. I'm gonna add half that amount. It's a 2-to-1 ratio on tomato paste. I'm gonna stir this up, mix it well together. I'm gonna add a little bit of water, about 2 cups. I'm gonna add some basil. I just throw the whole stalk of basil in there because we're gonna spin this out later and we'll get rid of all that. I also like the secret ingredient, a nice big fat pinch of sugar, some cracked black pepper, and a little bit of salt. And then all we do is reduce from here. So now if you'll notice on the tomato sauce, we don't have it boiling like super rapidly. My mentor always told me, let it talk to you. So it's just blup, blup, blup is the best way to describe it. You can see the consistency starting to get thick. Always take care to get all this stuff off the side. That's where the sodium is. That's where the flavor is. Okay, so it's been about an hour. It's time, and I believe our tomato sauce is done. So again, this is a base tomato sauce. You can take this anywhere. So I trained in Naples, Italy, and this is how we used to make the pizza sauce. Very, very basic. Once you do this, you can take it in any direction you want. You can go crushed red pepper, you can go black pepper, cacciatore, pescatore, all the tories, whatever you want. I'm gonna do a wand today. A food mill is ideal, but I understand not everyone has one. So I'm just making sure that all the onions, the tomato parts that are still left whole, the basil, and those spices are all mixed together. Again, a nice base sauce. We can do anything with this. You can hold it in the fridge. You could freeze this if you wanted to and use it later in the week. I have kids. I like to just take out a little bit at a time and just make them a quick matriciana or just a nice little pasta. Super fast, super easy, and the work's already done, and your house smelled good the whole day you made it. So let's check out our consistency just so you can see what we're looking at here. All right, here we go. That is a legitimate tomato sauce. Now remember, all you need is some good ingredients, a few minutes of your time, some care, and you can eat like me, Patrick Legans, the wine geek, food freak.
That was a cool little piece on the Wild West Fest, which happens every year. And the Sheridan Arts Foundation is responsible for that. But we're not talking about the Sheridan Arts Foundation. We're talking about Mountainfilm. And we have Jason Merritt here and Crystal Merrill. Full disclosure, my bosses in another life. But they're here because both of you guys work on the tour with Mountainfilm, which is a pretty amazing component, which I don't think enough people maybe in Telluride even know about. They know that you go on tour and everything like that. But tell us what the tour is, and you guys can bounce back and forth if you want. And do you even know how it got started?
That's a good question. I'm not sure when it got started, but I'm sure the tour was started because we have these incredible films during the Mountain Film Festival, and we wanted to give them a platform for more audiences to see it because not everyone can come to Telluride. So the tour was an opportunity to bring these films to communities all around the world. So I think that was the original inception. I'd say it was about 22, 25 years ago. Not exactly sure when, but yeah.
And you go all over.
That's roughly what I've heard. 20 years.
And you go all over the world now.
We do.
Yeah.
Yep. We go from Brazil to Singapore to Australia.
It's rough.
Yep. Cuba. We're going to go to Cuba this year.
You're going to Cuba?
Time. Hopefully, fingers crossed, yeah.
When you say we're going to Cuba, you mean me, right? I'm a tour host, actually. No, see, it's a no. So how do the films, I guess, get chosen? Because Mountainfilm has all these full-length films. Mountainfilm, full disclosure, just happened over Memorial Day weekend, and so you guys are sort of probably in the process right now of choosing the films for the 2018-19 tour, right?
That's correct, yeah. So our tour season runs August 1st through May 1st, and we license films that are all short films from the festival. We pick around 40 or 50 and take those on tour, and it's generally a selection of some of the best adventure films to films about social justice to environment, and we really want an eclectic mix for our tours because when we're going to say Colorado Springs, the playlist might look very different than when we're going to Brazil. So we want a variety of films.
Do you guys have a favorite film from this year that you've reached? I mean, and I guess in the follow-up question would be like, how do the films get chosen in the sense of like within the office or how because the office is pretty big now and there's a lot of different people doing different stuff. So favorite films?
Well, for my part, how it gets done is I chime in with the ones I like, and particularly for students. The student programs are primarily my charge, so things that I think will play well in a school or with younger audiences and as much as possible have an informative or educational content. Beyond that, I think we kind of see how the audiences react during the festival and put together a list that we think will play well in the places that we know we go. And then Crystal, of course, reaches out to those filmmakers and secures the rights for us in an efficient manner. And
is that easy
we're
now?
off and going.
Yeah, I think the tour and education is a great platform for filmmakers to share their content with a variety of audiences. You asked about a favorite film. One of my favorites is Felix from this year.
I don't know this one. I didn't see it.
It's about a 99-year-old radio DJ in Paonia.
Really?
It's so great. And so we love films that, are heartwarming and touching and that will appeal to a wide variety of audiences.
Cool. And then can you talk a little bit, Jason, you were saying something about the education initiative. Can you talk a little bit about how that works, how that component works? Now, I know how it works, but...
Sure. So Mountainfilm for Students is the name of the kind of umbrella project. There are 3 components. There's festival education, which is students we bring here for the annual festival. Excuse me. There's on tour student program. So in association with any tour show, we try to visit a local public K through 12 school with a free program. And then we have regional outreach, which are our neighboring communities here in Southwest Colorado that we also go and deliver free screenings to, and provide some educational materials for the teachers to follow up after the film with lesson plans and curriculum. And yeah, it's probably the most gratifying part of the program for me, and visiting with the students and sharing the content, especially in places where they're not likely to see it otherwise. So
I know when I'm out on the road, I actually always throw that pitch out, especially if we don't have schools that we're associated with, and I always get teachers coming up to me and those kind of things, and then it does create some of these things. The coolest thing actually about it too is that you guys create separate playlists for the kids that are then delivered, so they get their own show. So if they happen to be in one location, they can come to like their show in their school, and then they can come to like the community show.
Absolutely.
That's correct.
So last thing really is how, what's the sort of major bulk of your work like throughout the year and those kind of things with the tour in terms of it bouncing around the world and those kind of things? Are you communicating with filmmakers? Are you figuring out stuff with tour hosts? Like, what's it like behind the scenes with the tour?
All the above. I mean, right now we're corresponding a lot with filmmakers, trying to get the paperwork in place and then figure out where the best fit for all these films would go. And then the next step is coordinating with tour hosts to figure out which films they want to play, the logistics of their event, getting them presenters to the show, coordinating presenter travel, which you've been a part of.
Yes, a little bit.
That always takes some effort. But it's really a year-round endeavor.
How, if we wanted to like, how does one go about getting a tour stop in their town? And what's funny, actually, people should know too, a lot of these folks who have tour shows, who got tour shows, end up coming to the festival every year to sort of see, to preview the films, to meet you guys, those kind of things. But how would you go about that if you saw a show or if you were looking online or those kind of things?
Yeah, we go to around over 160 locations around the globe. So we primarily look at locations, where we don't have an existing show. So if someone is interested in bringing Mountainfilm to their community, it's really just reaching out to us, and we'll figure out, the best date and the best time to come, and we'll go from there. Tour@mountainfilm.org.
Tour@mountainfilm.org. Just go online. You could see all of the shows, and actually now you guys are even linking. Aren't you occasionally linking up like the presenters of the shows and those kind of things? With the specific
on the
shows.
website.
Yeah.
Yep. You can see the schedule of shows. You can see playlists if they've been finalized and they're posted. You can see who the presenter will be. Might be Colin if you're lucky.
Maybe.
And you can also click on in the contact area to education@mountainfilm.org and inquire about a school show. So
cool.
That bit of information is not listed on the tour schedule, but it's worth checking it out. If you see a show coming to your area and you're interested in it appearing at a school, then please reach out.
Cool. Crystal, Jason, thanks for being here today. Thanks for coming down.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for
Thank you for
employing
having
me. And that's that. If you want to find out more about that, go online to mountainfilm.org. And now, speaking of Mountainfilm, we're going to see a happy birthday video to them because Mountainfilm is 40 this year. Happy birthday, Mountainfilm.
Happy birthday, Mountainfilm. You've come a long way. You're still great, and keep on doing what you do.
For Mountainfilm's 40th birthday, I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much. Everybody who's been involved. Such an incredibly powerful and beautiful gathering that you guys create.
Oh man, thank you. Mountainfilm, 40 years, happy birthday. And here's to 40, 80, 120 more.
Mountain Film, happy birthday, 40 years. It's a big mark. I can only imagine how beautiful and how wonderful it'll be in 100 years from now.
You look great, Mountain Film. For 40, you're really crushing it. A lot of people love you, and we're just glad that we could celebrate this time with you.
40 years. You might be getting a little old. You might feel the gray hairs creeping in, but you're coming into your prime, Mountain Film. And you're about to change the world in very big ways. Happy birthday.
Don't die. Stick around. We need you. The world needs you. Life needs you. Come on, Mountain Film. And thanks, Mountain Film. I love you.
Happy birthday, Mountain Film! It was Mountain Film's 40th birthday this year, and man, oh man, did they throw a wild party.
A heck of a party. That might have been the biggest yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a really cool thing. They actually threw a party for everybody up in Mountain Village, which was really cool, with Cat V, who's that DJ who like DJs, and then were you there?
No, I was busy getting their next party ready after that.
That's right. The Liberty.
The Liberty.
The other job. The other job. So did you see any films, because you had to watch a bunch of them because you interviewed some filmmakers. Did you see anything that was like, that really stuck out to you? Or?
I have to say The Interpreters really struck a chord with me. It told a story of a pair, a really tight friendship that occurred over in Afghanistan, an interpreter and an army sergeant captain, and they became friends over their time working together during the war. And after the U.S. pulled out, they left all these interpreters in Afghanistan, and they started being tortured and killed. And
oh my gosh.
So bringing his interpreter to safety was the main goal, and it was a very important film and a very touching film.
That's amazing.
And chatting with the subjects was amazing.
I heard that was one of the better films, and then also like the one that won everything, which I ended up seeing, was Minding the Gap. Did you check that one out?
I did not see it.
Yeah, Minding the Gap was this really cool film about these. Well, it was shot by a young man basically who was part of this like skate group, just like skateboarders or whatever and friends in Rockford, Illinois, which is one of the poorest places in the United States. Ex-industry town and everything like that. And they were he started shooting when they were all like in middle school, and then now he's in his like early 20s, and he continued shooting, went to film school, and then sort of stitched this amazing piece together about these kids evolving without really strong father figures. And so it was a pretty incredible sort of view into the human condition from the point of view of like kids growing up and sort of some repeating their family's mistakes and some just sort of like getting out of that world one way or another. And also like, a sad little piece about America there.
Yeah, no doubt.
Anyway, Mountain Film, thanks a lot. Mountain Film's a 501c3, and guess what else? We are a 501c3 as well. So, Telluride TV, which is a public access channel, depends on your support, and we want to give a shout out to a few of our generous sponsors, the towns of Telluride and Mountain Village, the Telluride Foundation, and the Telluride Ski and Golf Company.
And now we'll check out a Miner's Minute with the Telluride Historical Museum, and then we'll look at a brand new segment called Device Advice with the Wilkinson Public Library. They're going to help us navigate the wonderful and sometimes baffling world of electronics, tools, and new gadgets.
Hey, this is Teresa from the Telluride Historical Museum with your Miner's Minute. It may be summertime, but we know that the San Juan Mountains form a winter playground where climbing walls of ice or flying down steep, snowy slopes makes you feel like a little kid again. From ice climbing to hockey, skiing, and snowboarding, magic happens in our rugged backyard. So come experience chilly, adrenaline-pumping snow sports of past and present in our newest annual exhibit titled Children of Winter Never Grow Old, Snow Sports in the San Juans. The exhibit opens this Thursday, June 7th from 6 to 8 p.m. with a free public reception. We've got great hands-on activities, so bring the family and come check it out. The museum is also officially open for summer. Our hours are Monday through Saturday, 11 to 5 p.m., with extended hours on Thursday until 7, and Sundays from 1 to 5. Hope to see you soon. Thanks, Telluride TV.
My name's Gloria.
My name's Hank.
We are from Wilkinson Public Library, and welcome to Device Advice.
So, what are you going to talk about today, Gloria?
I'm going to talk about MyFitnessPal. Are you guys looking to set some goals, count your calories? Well, MyFitnessPal is the app for you. You can keep a food diary as well as track nutritional information. It's got 4.7 stars and is rated by 477,000 people. So, if you want to lose weight, start a new diet, get healthy, this app is awesome.
Are you done yet?
What?
Okay. So I'm going to talk to you guys about travel apps. You know, there are a lot of wonderful things about traveling, getting to experience new cultures and meet new people. There are a lot of totally abysmal things about traveling, like renting cars. If you're still renting cars through traditional car rental services, you're an idiot, because there's a better way. And I'm going to show you. It's this great app called Telluride. I can go search over 300 cities around the world, type in the dates that I'm going to be traveling to this city, hit search. Let's just say I'm going to Madrid in July. I'm not going to Madrid in July, but I would like to. So on this hypothetical journey, I can just type in my details and bam, look at that. Opel Corsa, 51 euro a day. That's somebody's private vehicle that I can rent. That's pretty freaking awesome.
Hey Hank, how much is 51 euros in US dollars?
I have absolutely no idea. But tune in next time and I'll show you guys a cool app for currency conversions.
Thanks for watching Device Advice, brought to you by Wilkinson Public Library.
Do you have a device dilemma? In other words, do you have one of these things and you're not quite sure what to do with it? Come see us at Wilkinson Public Library.
All right, that was a great new piece called Device Advice from the Wilkinson Public Library. We're looking forward to a whole bunch more from them this summer. Right now, I'm with Chris Van from the Michael D. Palm Theater and the Bob, which is lovely. We're excited to have you.
I'm excited to be here, Lindsay.
Thanks
Thank you
for
so
coming.
much. Yeah,
Great.
absolutely.
So this is the first summer of programming for the Bob.
It is.
Which has been open for a year and a half?
A little bit
over?
around there, yeah.
Tell us a bit about what you're starting with the Bob.
Well, we're excited about the summer series that we have. We're doing the inaugural Telluride Jazz Summer Series. It starts June 15th and 16th with Invisible Bird, which is led by legendary composer and drummer Scott Amendola. Mm-hmm. So he's got an all-star group coming in, and they're going to really take it to the next level for the Bob. It's a great chance to be up close and personal with the artist, and I think everybody who's ever been in the Bob knows it's a sweet space like that.
It's an intimate setting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very much so. Very different from the Palm.
Yes.
In that way. Great.
Yeah.
So you have the jazz series going on June, July, and August this summer.
It is June, July, and August, absolutely. And so we have July 6th, we have Annie Booth Trio coming in. And she's actually got a couple players behind her who have deep roots to Telluride through the Telluride Jazz All-Stars. And then August 18th, we have Adam Bodine coming in to finish out the series.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. And how about the programming for the Palm this summer? I know you have a lot going on with the Chamber Music Festival, a couple other one-off performances there as well.
Well, we're really excited about having Ballet Collective come back. That's a collection of dancers from New York City. They come in every year and do a full residency here, so they're here for a week. Experiencing Telluride, what we have to offer, and they rehearse their piece and kind of adjust it to their environment here. And then they'll do a performance on Saturday, July 28th for the public.
It's amazing.
Yeah, they're
It's
great.
always a really special performance annually.
Absolutely.
Which is great. Yeah, so tell us a bit about how you got involved with the Palm Theater and how you got your start here in theater in Telluride.
Well, I've been out here in Colorado for 20 years and in the San Juans for 18 years, which makes me feel kind of old saying that, but it's been a great ride, and I've been involved with music and nonprofit arts in particular for 14 years now. I was actually managing the Wright Opera House in Ouray, which is a historic theater, and I got a call from some of the Palm Arts people saying, would you be interested in coming to work for us? And I gave my notice that day, and I've been here for a little bit over a year now. So it's taken about 35 years of being in the workforce to find a job that I love, but I'm very lucky to have found it.
It's very special.
Thank you.
What show are you most excited for this summer?
Well, we have a lot of stuff coming up, but I was in New York City in January, and I saw an artist named Tessa Lark at Carnegie Hall. She's an amazing concert violinist. She's younger than 30 years old, has been playing, obviously, her whole life. And so I was able to reach out to her management when I got back to Telluride and just said, this is somebody that we want in Telluride. We want somebody who's young, who's vibrant, who's taking something that classical music is not really in the mainstream mindset, but she has a fun, whimsical play on it. So she's coming in September 18th, and then she'll be doing an in-school performance for the entire Telluride School District student body, and plus some other school district children on the 19th, Monday the 19th.
That's fantastic.
That will also be in the Bob Saunders Theater, so really a chance to get up close and personal with one of the greatest artists in the world right now. Yeah.
And it kind of plays on your workshop series as well.
Yes.
What are you doing that people should be looking out for that they can get involved in and be a little more hands-on?
Well, part of our initiative at Palm Arts and for the Palm is to make sure that we're, putting things together that the community can really participate in. For example, we have the Telluride Chamber Music Festival will have a free concert coming up on Friday, August 11th. It's a children's concert, a way to get children kind of involved in the music, and that's really what we want to do, is see students and student artists involved in the programming.
Absolutely. It's very special. Well, Chris bringing all of the music and entertainment to Telluride this summer. Make sure to check out the series coming to the Bob and to the Palm. And now to Yoga with Barbara Glanzig to learn about some hip opening asanas.
Hello and welcome to this mini yoga series in beautiful Telluride, Colorado. My name is Barbara Glansnick, and today we'll be looking at some hip opening asanas that you can do at any time, especially if you have a desk job and you sit a lot. So this mini series is really designed to provide you with some easy stretches that you could do throughout the day, especially when you don't have a lot of time. And as always, I want you to focus on the breath, so we're going to inhale and exhale through the nose only. Also, really honor where you are today and move with great care. All right, let's get cracking. So I want you to come to your mat or just lie down on the floor, whatever is available. Lie down on your backs, extend your legs, and then bend both knees. Bring your heels outside, and your feet are a little wider than your hip, and we may have to wiggle around here a little bit. Okay, we're going to start with the right leg. So the right ankle is going to come right above the left knee. And again, I moved my left leg a little towards the midline here, just so you can feel your square in your hips. And to check that, just grab your hip bones and see what your pelvis is doing. And then just stay here. Allow the opening and the external rotation to come from deep within the hip joint. For some, this may be enough. If you want to go a little deeper, we're going to raise the left leg and bring the leg further towards the chest. Again, check in with your hips and then reach your arms through, and if you can, grab your shin. Take a deep inhale, lengthen the spine, tuck the chin, and then on your exhale, just press the leg towards your chest. Stay here. You can set your phone timer here for like 2 to 5 minutes to really get deep down into the hip, and then slowly release, and we're going to switch sides. So again, left ankle above the right knee. Stay here for a couple of minutes or at least 10 really deep breaths. As you want to move further, raise the right leg, grab your shin. On your exhale, bring the legs towards the chest. Again, set your phone timer here so you don't cheat. And try to stay here as long as you stayed on the other side. When you're ready, slowly release. Bring both legs down, place your knees together, take a couple of breaths, and then roll over to the right side. Push up to a seat, and take a couple of breaths here. So again, thank you very much for practicing with me. This is a great way to release any tension in your lower back and also to get some space into the hip joint. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.
That was a great episode of Yoga with Barbara. You can catch more episodes and full yoga sessions with Barbara on our YouTube channel.
Well, Almost Live is almost over.
But first, some very important information surrounding 2 fires that are in the vicinity. We are in stage 2 fire restrictions now.
Yep. And that's pretty serious for this area. We're in a high desert here, and it's really, really, really dry. We didn't get a lot of snow and rain this winter, and so basically we need to be real careful with our fire, outdoors especially.
Yeah.
No smoking cigarettes outdoors.
No open flame outside. Use propane canisters if you have to grill outside. And the San Juan National Forest is closed.
Yep, and if you're going to go camping, so you can't go camping in the San Juan National Forest, and if you're going to go camping around here, you can't have the fires outside either. The campground hosts probably tell you that, but please, please, please be specific about that. And the other thing is that you want to go and you want to download this little thing. You can find it on the Sheriff's Department website called Code Red, and it'll tell you if there's a Code Red. You should look on the Sheriff's Department website if you live in the area and get some stuff together just in case the fires come our way, so you can grab it and get out of the house.
If you missed part of the show, never fear, Almost Live airs morning, noon, and night on cable channel 12. Or you can catch us on Telluride TV's YouTube or Facebook.
See you next time, folks.
See ya.